Gases are pretty
You like
cool.
gases?
No, I like ants. You know why? And that's because whenever ants get wet, they make their own mass and they become a material.
What do you mean?
They become they all bind together and they like officially become a material because you can pick them up.
Isn't that only a certain
It's
type
a
of ants?
class.
No, that's
I don't
red
know
ants.
if a class
That's just
or
red
not,
fire
just-
ants. Whenever they get wet, they all start binding together and then they start floating to the top. But like they're like such a material that you can put stuff on top of them and it'll just like sink to the bottom. Like it's like they literally just become a material.
I think that counts as solids. So
That's
I
not
think
solid.
It's solid.
They become a solid.
What's the ones?
Well, they're already solid.
It's their exoskeleton. That's what
No,
it's
no,
called.
but like the entire it's not like the ants themselves. Like all right, imagine like ants are like the atoms, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're just binding together. But they're a material
You
where
see ants?
where if you put something on top, if you put pressure on the atom bonds break, and they just slowly start descending through all the ants.
I'd
So
still be a
it's
solid.
Solid.
That would be a solid
That's still solid.
Why wouldn't it be a solid?
because solids.
Ice is a solid.
You could.
that
A
melts.
solid is
Ice is
defined as
solid.
you can hold it in your hand.
Yeah, you can hold it in your hand,
You
but
can't hold water or gas in your hand.
but
It's
there's
just like-
there's certain like
solid.
there's certain materials or like certain things that like hold their own shape and whatever they.
It's like an oobleck. That's what it is. It's
It's
like
an
an
oobleck?
oobleck.
Alright, it is like an oobleck.
What is it?
Because an oobleck, you know the things that and it's like super solid, but then you like hold it, it's like
Oh,
like
like
goopy.
cornstarch or something.
So like corn.
Yeah, it's like a goopy.
Cornstarch.
I don't
is
think
kind of
cornstarch is the
I
thing.
thought that's
but
something
cornstarch
like-
plus with like glue or something like that
That's
makes
something like
makes
that.
it goopy.
It's
But you can hold ants in your hand still.
you can hold it. Yeah, you can hold a group of ants, but when
Well, you can
ants-
hold the goopy. You can hold
Yeah,
the
you can hold the
oobleck
goopy in your hand.
Yeah, but once the ants.
It's like
are
shaving
laid,
cream.
it'll
Alright,
become
it's
liquid.
like shaving
still-
cream. It's like shaving cream.
Shaving cream is.
That's a
Yeah,
solid.
shaving cream.
That's
yeah,
not
it's a solid.
Shaving cream's not solid.
That's very, very like that is a solid. Because even if it like falls, like if
It's
you
a
put something in
cream.
it-
That's a
So,
solid. still.
cream's
Yeah,
a
it's
solid?
A liquid.
What's a cream?
If it's a liquid,
Cream
that
is
means
liquid.
it can't hold its own shape. That's what a liquid is.
Yeah, the shaving cream doesn't just like
Yeah, shaving cream is a solid.
Yeah, but you can penetrate through shaving cream just like you can.
you can change
any
a solid.
liquid.
You can change like a Play-Doh.
You can
change
penetrate through
Play-Doh.
styrofoam.
You can penetrate through Play-Doh.
Yeah, but like easily.
Easily.
Styrofoam is the easiest
I don't think
thing to
it's. I don't think it's
penetrate.
by easily. I don't think it's by easily.
It is. Well,
Let's look it up. You have a phone. You
No,
have a phone.
you can literally. By
Pull
that,
up the link,
No,
pull
no,
up the
no,
link.
By that logic, you can literally say that anything is a solid because you can put something through it. Right?
I thought that was your argument.
No, my argument's that it's like a weird like a middle ground between a solid and a liquid.
If it was a middle ground, that would mean it would have to be like the cornstarch thing. Like when you hit it, it's like
It's
solid. It would have to be an oobleck, but it's not.
No. What type of
It can hold its own shape, so it's a
is
solid.
shaving cream? No, it's like a specific thing.
What do you mean?
It's a specific like type of matter.
You didn't
The
take
fifth
chemistry,
type of
son?
matter?
You had
What?
Mr. McCrae.
Mr. McCrae didn't teach me anything.
Oh, he taught me everything. He was like, "Here are the keys, son." I was like, "Thank you."
It's a specific type of matter, and it's because there's matters where it holds its own shape like shaving cream. However, it also has or like holds its own shape like a solid,
Is that
but
a
it's
paperclip?
this is a paper clip. This is like my butterfly knife.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Um,
Let him get some of that.
bam.
It's pretty fun.
But it's
It feels like a butterfly knife.
you've never even
It,
held one.
it feels like how it looks to see people play with a butterfly knife.
No, those things are cool. Those are- Alright, so let me look this up.
Oh, that boy's on VPN.
Yeah, of course I'm on a VPN. It's a colloid.
What's a colloid? Define.
Shaving cream is a special type of mixture called a colloid consisting of tiny air bubbles dispersed in liquid. This particular type of colloid can be classified as a foam.
What's foam?
Foam is like a liquid in a gas. And a solid, actually.
So
it's just every single one.
So it's not a special solid.
okay,
It's
so
a special.
it's
From what I
liquid.
got from foam, it's a liquid or solid that has gas bubbles in it.
Yes.
It's all three.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying. I told you it was a special middle ground.
And
Well,
it's
you were
still
just saying middle
solid.
ground between solid and liquid. If you would have been like, it's all of them.
Well, I didn't.
That would've been like-
I didn't know that it was. I didn't know that it was filled with tiny air bubbles, to where it was like another. I just knew it had characteristics of a solid and a liquid.
I think a mass of ants is still solid.
Yeah,
A mass of sand is still solid.
Because one ant is solid.
It's just grains. Why did you throw your S9 at me?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
you could say sand is a liquid.
Sand is a solid.
No, but
Yeah, it is
that-
solid.
No, because that's just a bunch of little tiny pieces not binding together. Those aren't binding together.
They're still
They
solid.
don't need to bind together.
Yes,
They're
they
holding
do.
the
The
shape. The
atoms
individual
bind
sand piece
together.
is holding its shape.
Yeah, but that's just themselves.
Sand isn't
Well-
defined by the mound of sand. It's by the little pebble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah.
no, but sand has atoms that are binded together. It's the atoms that matter.
No, but I'm talking about alright.
Sand is not the mound of sand. Sand is the one
yeah,
tiny
tiny
little pebble
tiny
in the
and it
sand.
has atoms
And it
Yeah.
keeps its shape.
packed
Yeah.
together.
It keeps
so
its shape.
it's a solid.
Yeah, it's a solid. Yeah.
You were
No.
Don't
implying
argue with
that
me. We're
atoms
agreeing with each other.
were.
Oh, I thought he was
You're
arguing
implying
against
that
us. I was with you.
Are
Yeah.
the atoms, right? You were saying.
I'm
that
sorry,
the
I
I'm
should
saying
have
like
said that in a
ants are
less
kind of
rude
like
way.
a bigger atom.
I could have been less
in
Michael.
the sense, ants are
I
a
could have
bigger
been less
atom
rude
in
the
the
way I
fact
said
that
that. I
when
apologize.
something
Oh,
is,
okay.
if you poke your hand into it, the bonds break between the ants, and you can. Just
Oh,
put
but
your
they're
finger
still
through.
no, but they didn't like. They're still ants, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, no, it's still solid.
it's not solid.
Yeah, it's a solid.
No, it's not solid.
They're not making. They're not
Because it
forming.
acts like
If they're
shaving
still
cream.
ants,
No,
if they're
it
still
acts like
ants.
shaving cream.
But if they're still ants, they're just ants.
Yeah,
It's
they are
solid. It's like
ants.
sand. We
Yeah.
just talked about the sand. Yeah, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's a solid.
But it's different because they bind together.
A mound of rocks. If you got a mound of rocks, you can
A
stick
mound of
together.
rocks they don't bind together.
But it doesn't. The atoms is
It
what
does matter.
matters. The
We should
atoms.
overlay a video
Are
of these
rocks
ants,
not
like,
solids?
morphing
Rocks are
together.
solids.
over all this
Exactly.
right now.
But if they were to
solids.
bind together and make
Alright.
another type of matter with different characteristics, then they would change form.
They
Next
don't
topic.
make another type because it's just a bunch of solids in
Is
one
someone
spot.
knocking?
Someone is
It's like they
knocking.
can come in. You're welcome in. Oh,
Hey, we're
it's
arguing
Eric
over
Lickma
stuff.
again. Hey Eric.
We've been in a heated. I don't think this has enough
Eric,
footage.
what,
I think this only has like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
of
this is about
footage
to
left.
die.
Eric, what's your favorite form of matter? Where'd Eric go?
What's your favorite type of matter?
Matter.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of matter? Solid, liquid, gas?
Mine's a colloid.
Yeah, he likes colloids.
What's colloid?
It's like it's a foam. Where it's like it's a gas or liquid filled with air.
Yeah.
So it has characteristics of all
I
three.
said plasma. Because plasma's
Because you're basic.
Yeah, I am basic. I have a hydro flask.
What do
Every
you
day
like?
I fill it up. with,
Colloid?
I like colloid plasma.
He's a.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what is a thing? There's a moon in Saturn, and the pressure is so dense. It's all water, but the pressure
You're
is
dense.
so dense
You're dense.
that the water is literally just a solid,
Oh,
and
so
it's not ice. Like the water is so tightly packed by the gravity
Oh,
of the
okay.
planet.
How do you step on that?
I don't know, but I saw Bill Nye talk about it.
Alright.
Plasma's a
Oh, dude, it's like
see
a-
Eric.
Like a balloon, dude. If you like fill a balloon with water and you like step on it, it's like.
Oh, Eric, you got some cake there.
Yeah, cake.
I'll take a slice of that
So
later.
why is plasma a colloid? Because colloid concentrations are higher in the intravascular space. They exert an oncotic pressure that opposes the hydrostatic pressure and helps retain
Aiden,
water
you don't know what you're
in
saying.
or
dude.
dry
You
it
don't
into
know what you're
the
saying.
Easier topic. Easier topic.
As a
You don't know
colloid
what you're
oncotic
saying. You
I
don't
have
know
an
what-
easier topic. What do you guys define to be as consciousness? Because I know all y'all.
I don't-
Psychology next year. Mark Magura. Mark
Alright,
Magura.
real quick, tomorrow
He's
we'll
gonna
ask
sue you.
Mr. Parks what he thinks about this state of matter argument.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, he's
Mr.
gonna agree with you.
Mr. Parks is a smart dude, alright? He
He's gonna
seems
agree
to
with
know
you.
the
He's
facts.
gonna, he's
alright?
gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna be a loser.
No, it's fine. It is totally fine.
I'm not gonna
It is
clown
totally
you.
fine.
Do you guys plan to
Alright, you
take
know what? We won't
psychology?
discuss states of matter at all.
I
And
will
I
literally
don't.
just take whatever class they tell me to next year.
My brother's taking psychology.
You should take psychology.
I just
I don't
don't
wanna
want
take
to. I just don't
psychology.
want to do
It's very chill. And he talks about consciousness in depth.
I heard you guys were laying out in the sun, photosynthesizing.
Oh, yeah, that was nice too. He was like, I think we just all need like some sun. Because if we're with the sun, we're connected with nature.
We don't
We
do
were
that.
like,
shit.
yeah, you're right, Mr. Magura.
Oh, that was Magura. Sorry, not
Magura.
Parks. They're like this. They're
So
kind of
what-
similar.
What do you all define
No,
as
they're not.
consciousness?
You don't think
No.
Because I'll
Magura's way too nature.
frequently speak in that class, and I'll be like, well, consciousness, I think, is the ability to feel struggle. Because, like, if you're like a rock, for example, like, you're immortal, nor do you ever feel anything.
Mhm.
But if you're like a living creature, all living creatures have like some sort of struggle or pain,
Uh huh.
you know? Would you agree with that?
No.
So what do you define? It's consciousness.
Being able to know what you're doing.
Being able to know?
Yeah.
So you would say a dog isn't conscious?
No, it's conscious. It knows it's doing.
So a ladybug?
Ladybug knows.
They know what
it's
they're doing. As long as they have a nervous
I
system
think a
that
plant
tells them, as long as they have a nervous system that tells them what to do, that's conscious.
What about a single cell organism then?
That's not conscious
Why not though?
because they don't have a
But
nervous.
they-
Oh,
they
you need a
they-
brain as well.
Yeah,
well, no,
they
you don't need a brain. You need a way to do actions.
To do action. Well,
Yeah.
a single
A
cell
nervous
organism
system.
can do actions.
Can or can't.
There are like single cell organisms at the bottom of like the ocean that are
Uh-huh.
literally like the size of like like boxes, and they're all one thing, and they just grow,
Yeah, they just keep
so they
growing.
can function.
Is this
That's like
giant
a-
box
but they
like
still
growing in
eat
the
and
bottom
stuff,
of the
right?
ocean?
They eat, they can function,
They breed.
But they're not
they
conscious.
breed. Well, they're cells, so they like.
Until they have a
Split.
specific nervous system, they're not. I don't think that.
How do they know when to split though? That's the question.
Okay, well, would
When
you
they get
define
too
a
big.
plant as conscious then?
I
'Cause
mean,
plants do have a
they
higher
move. They
level.
move. They find
Plants?
the sun. They're like.
If you look at like weird plant on YouTube, you'll find all these videos about. No, okay. Freaky plant. If you look at weird plants,
Freaky plant on YouTube.
you'll see that there are plants that just have crazy ability. Like there's this one plant. Like plants don't have eyes, right? They
No.
can't see.
I don't think so. I hope not.
There's this one plant that literally it was having trouble like getting bees to rub on it and give it like pollen, so it made itself look like a bee. And if you look up bee plant, it literally is a plant that looks
Yeah.
just like a female bee and it produces
Or a-
female bee
A
hormones.
Venus flytrap. Those things like bite down
That too.
on
That too.
bugs.
So I'll say that you're not socially conscious until you have a state of mental well-being or health or socially. No, not socially, but I guess like mentally, like existing. Like, all right, so you just have a brain. You just need a brain. That's all you need. I don't care.
But
about
like
plants aren't socially
insects,
conscious.
some insects don't have brains. They just
Yeah.
have like
They're not
a
conscious
nervous
then.
system that tells them what to do.
And then they
What
don't
do you
have
need a
conscious.
brain
Well,
for?
well, why? So,
Conscious.
alright, so they just need a nervous system that needs to tell them what to do, like mentally.
But they know what
Okay.
to do.